Mike, it's Pastor Al here. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, tomorrow is Independence Day. It's the 4th of July, of course, but it's really called Independence Day, and I hope you have a great time. I hope you're very careful. I kind of like you with all the fingers on your hands and, the things on your face in the same position, so don't take any unnecessary risks. I'm going to talk today about, dogs and cats. I talk a lot about dogs and talk about my dogs, but we've owned cats most of my life too. My wife has always liked cats. My daughters grew up and each had a cat. And I don't dislike cats entirely. In fact, some of the ones we had were pretty cool. What I have noticed is one of the major differences between a cat and a dog is that no matter what a cat does, a cat never seems to feel guilty for what they did. Let me show you a little video of some cats who don't seem to feel guilty at all.
No. Really? Really? Really?
Now let me say on the other side, with every dog I've ever had, whenever they did something that was wrong, they seemed to know it, and whenever I would confront them with it, they would feel very sad, they would hide from me, or they would come up and try to get me to forgive them. And they seemed to know when I would forgive them, and they wouldn't give up until I did. Let me show you a little video of a guy who's got a dog who does something wrong, and he calls him out, and the dog responds. And just so you know, the language here is Italian, I'm pretty sure. So if you don't understand it, that's okay. And if you do, it probably means you speak Italian.
Eh? Mi stai chiedendo scusa? Mi stai chiedendo scusa? Non capisco. Non capisco proprio. Cosa vuoi? Cosa? Cosa vuoi? No, non funziona così. Non funziona proprio. Non funziona così. No. No. Stai sbagliando. Stai sbagliando. Stai proprio sbagliando, stai.
Fare come si... Non riesco a prendergli la testa.
Stai sbagliando, Ettore. Ettore, stai sbagliando. No, 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 no. Hai capito dove hai sbagliato? Hai capito? Hai capito? Hai capito dove hai sbagliato? No, mi sembra che tu abbia capito. Eh? Eh? Cosa? Cosa? Mi fai male? Cosa? No, no. Cosa? Va bene, facciamo pace. Facciamo pace. Facciamo pace. Pace, va bene? Abbiamo fatto pace.
Oddio, amore.
Do you see how guilty that dog felt and how sorry he was for what he did and how much he wanted his master to forgive him? Kind of different from a cat. You ever see a cat do that? No. Now there's a lesson in here for us in our relationship with God. Let's face it, guys and girls, we do stuff we're not supposed to all the time. It's not always really terrible, but we do it and we know it, and we know it's stuff that God doesn't want us to do. We are mean to other people. We're not nice to our brothers or sisters or our parents. We tend to hoard things for ourselves. We're not very generous. We think bad thoughts about other people. The list goes on and on, you know it. And God tells us very clearly that that's not a good idea. And it's going to hurt us on the inside. It's going to hurt our relationship with God. It's going to hurt the people that we're mean to. But the good thing is God doesn't leave us there. God still says, hey, I love you. I want you to be with me. Following me is like taking an easy weight on your shoulders. And I'm going to help you through this. So yeah, God tells us that we're making mistakes. He tries to get us to clean up our behavior. But when we at least come to him feeling sorry for what we did, well, then we find this loving God waiting to receive us. Just kind of like this guy and this dog in the video. If we come to God like the cat and say, oh, come on, God, not a big deal. You know, I did what I wanted to do. That doesn't work for your relationship with God. So when it comes to God, be the dog, not the cat. When you've done something wrong, understand what you've done wrong. Come to God and ask for forgiveness. And you know what? If you're really, really serious and honest about it, God's going to forgive you. And hopefully you're going to learn a little bit. And hopefully you're going to get a little better. Will you ever get perfect? No, you're not. But hopefully you'll get a little better. So my message for you today is listen to God when he says no. And listen to God when he says, I love you. And understand that the two go together. Have a great Independence Day, everybody. Bye now.